everyone, Tina here, and today I'd like to talk about converting units. There are some units of measurement that we need to memorize the facts or conversions for, and these are called metric units. For example, meters into centimeters. There are also some units called imperial units, but if you need to use these, then you'll be given the facts or conversions to use. I'll go through both types of units in this video. Let's start with the metric units that we need to memorize. Here they are, and I've split them into three categories, one for length, one for mass, and one for volume or capacity. If we start with length, then we need to know that 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters, 1 meter is 100 centimeters, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. For mass, we just need to know that 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, and for volume or capacity, we need to know that 1 milliliter is the same as 1 centimeter cubed, and 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters. You may have noticed that I've laid these out in a certain way, and that's because this is a trick I use to remember that there are 3 conversions that all involve 1,000. Now I'll show you some common imperial units that you might be asked about. Remember, you will be given any facts or conversions for these, so you don't need to memorize them. You just need to know how to use them. We've got 1 foot is the same as 12 inches, 1 yard is 3 feet, 1 gallon is 8 pints, 1 stone is 14 pounds, 1 pound is 16 ounces. Then over here, we've got 1 inch is approximately equal to 2.5 centimeters. So that symbol there means approximately equal to. 1 kilogram is around the same as 2.2 pounds. 1 foot is roughly 30 centimeters. 1 gallon is roughly 4.5 liters, and 5 miles is roughly 8 kilometers. Now we've seen the conversions, let's take a look at some examples. Example 1, change 2,580 grams to kilograms. So I always start by writing down the fact or conversion that I've memorized. So 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. That's the one that's relevant here. And then we want to go from grams to kilograms. So let's use that fact to see that to go from grams to kilograms, we need to divide by 1,000. Therefore, if we write down 2,580 grams underneath, we know that we must also divide that by 1,000. And that will be 2.58 kilograms. I think the easiest way to do that is to imagine the decimal point at the end and move it back 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Example 2, change 1.6 kilometers to meters. So again, writing down the relevant fact, 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. And now we're going from kilometers to meters, so we need to go this way, and this time we're timesing by 1,000. So underneath, if we write 1.6 kilometers, we know we need to times by 1,000 this time. So let's do that. Again, you can move that decimal point 3 times to the right or forward. 1, 2, 3. And if you can imagine, that will make it into 1,600 meters. Example 3, change 520 milliliters to liters. So let's write down the relevant fact. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. We're going from milliliters to liters, so we need to go this way and therefore divide by 1,000. 520 milliliters, divide that by 1,000, so decimal point at the end, go back or to the left 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and we get 0.52. Example 4, change 640 centimeters to meters, so we know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. To go from centimeters to meters, we want to go this way, so this time divide by 100. 640 centimeters. Let's divide that by 100. This time, we just want to move the decimal point back twice. So starting here, 1, 2 gives us 6.4. Example 5, change 2.5 liters to milliliters. So we've got 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. If we want to go from liters to milliliters, we're going this way. So we want to times by 1,000. 2.5 liters. Let's times that by 1,000. Take our decimal point, move it to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And that will give us 2,500 milliliters. Last example is a little bit different because it involves a graph this time. So it says you can use this graph to change between inches and centimeters. And it looks like a straight line graph starting at 0, 0 and then going up. Part A, change 3 inches to centimeters. So you want to find where 3 inches is on the graph. So if we look down here, we've got 3 inches being here. We draw a line up, and then when it touches that black line, we draw a line across. And then reading the scale carefully, that looks to be about 7.5. centimeters. Part B, change 50 centimeters to inches. Now 50 isn't actually on the graph, so we're going to have to find something on that centimeter scale to help us change up to 50. For example, if we can find 25 centimeters using the graph, then whatever we get in inches, we can just double it. So let's go to 25. So if we look at this graph, this appears to be 26 in between 24 and 28. So 25 will be halfway between 24 and 26. That's still on the graph, so it's on the end of the black line. So if we draw a line coming down from there, that looks like exactly 10 inches. Now I chose 25 because I was thinking that would be easy to then double it to get to 50. So if we times by 2, that will give us 50 centimeters, and do the same on the other side. So we need to times the 10 inches by 2 as well, and that will give us 20. And that's it. That's it for now. If you found this video useful, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do share this link with anyone else that you think might find it helpful. Thanks, and see you next time.